Welcome back to Electron Devices and Circuits lecture video series. In this video we are going to discuss about the topic BJT parameters. At the end of the video you will be able to understand the different BJT parameters like current gain, voltage gain, power gain, and how to obtain the expression for collector current in a BJT, and relation between the various current gains, that is alpha, beta and gamma, in comparison between the transistor configurations. Let's see the topic one by one. The first one is the BJT parameters in common base configuration. As we discussed in the previous video, in BJT there are three different types of configuration exist. So first one is common base, common emitter and common collector. This is possible by keeping any one of the terminals common between input and the output. So first one is the common base configuration. Common base configuration, first one is current gain. Current gain in the sense it is defined as the ratio of output current to that of input current. So when you consider a common base transistor, the picture will be like this: common base configuration. Here the base terminal, we know transistor is having three different types of terminals: emitter, base and collector. By keeping any one of the terminal common between input and the output, we will get different configuration. So this configuration, common base, this is possible by keeping the base configuration, the base terminal common between the input and the output. See here, this is base terminal, input side is on left side and output is on right side. As I already told you, the emitter and the collector terminal is always opposite to each other. So we can say the input is applied between the emitter and the base terminal, and the output is taken between the collector and the base terminal. See, this entire line is a base. So output is taken between collector and the base. So current gain is nothing but it is the ratio of output current to that of input current. See here, the output terminal is collector terminal and input terminal is emitter terminal. So by default the output current is collector current and the input current is emitter current. So this is the current gain. So this current gain can be classified into two types, namely DC current gain and AC current gain. So DC current gain is nothing but the current gain in the transistor when it is used for DC applications, whereas AC current gain is when it is used for AC applications, which is nothing but if the input signal is DC, the current gain is called DC current gain, or if the input signal is AC, the current gain is called as an AC current gain. So the first one is DC current gain. It is represented by the notation alpha, or otherwise it is called alpha suffix DC. So DC stands for DC signal input. So as I already told you, it is defined as the ratio of collector current to emitter current, because collector current is output current, emitter current is the input current. So alpha is equal to IC by IE. So as we already discussed, emitter is going to be the supplier of charge carriers. It supplies charge carriers to the base and the collector. So by default we can say emitter current will be more compared to that of the collector current. So when you consider this expression, so the denominator, see here, the denominator will be very high compared to that of numerator. So when you divide these things, you will get normally the value less than 1. So that value normally lies between 0.95 to 0.998. This is the standard values. And one more thing you know, so emitter current is equal to base current plus collector current. So this expression can be remodified as IB equal to IE minus IC. IE minus IC, you know, from this expression IC equal to alpha into IE. So substitute it here and this expression becomes 1 minus alpha into IE. So keep it in mind, this is the expression for base current in case of common base configuration, current gain. So this is one expression, you keep it in mind, and another term is alpha is always less than 1 and it lies between 0.95 to 0.998. So and this is the current gain in case of an DC condition. So again, next type of current gain is AC current gain. So AC current gain when it is applied for AC signal. So current gain in the transistor when the transistor is used for amplifying the AC signals. This current gain is called AC current gain. So AC current gain means it is varying with respect to time. At each and every instant of time the signal is varying because it is sinusoidal in nature. So one particular time instant we can't able to measure the current gain. We have to take some portions. So that portions is nothing but delta. So this can be called as delta. So that is called as a small change. Small change in the output current to the small change in the input current at a constant output voltage. See here the common base configuration normally represented like this. See here in this picture this is common base configuration. What is the input voltage? Emitter base voltage is input voltage. Output voltage is collector base voltage is output voltage. So here whatever may be the type of configuration, AC current gain is always taken by keeping the output voltage constant, right? By keeping output voltage constant. See here output voltage is collector base voltage. So for a constant collector base voltage, this is one important thing you have to keep it in mind. So AC current is represented by alpha naught or alpha AC suffix. So that the expression can be written as alpha naught is equal to delta IC divided by delta IE. This is because small change in collector current to small change in emitter current at a constant output voltage, that is collector base voltage. So as I already informed you, alpha is less than 1. Similarly here also alpha naught is less than 1. And for all practical purpose, alpha is more or less equivalent to alpha naught. We are considering like this. And the next thing is parameter is voltage gain. Voltage gain is nothing but it is refined as the ratio of output voltage to input voltage, we can say. So output voltage is depending on what? Output voltage is dependent on output resistance and input voltage is depending on input resistance. In common base configuration, which decides the output resistance? In common base configuration, there are two types of junctions. In any transistor, there are two types of junction. One junction is an emitter base junction, which is left for here the input, and another one junction is collector base junction, that is the output here. So input is always, that is emitter base junction is always forward bias, collector base junction is always reverse bias. Whereas here the output is taken across collector base, which is reverse bias, which is having the large resistance, and input is given between the emitter and base terminal, which is always forward bias. So its resistance is very low. So output resistance is very high, input resistance is very low. So we can say the voltage gain. So output resistance divided by input resistance. So its value is it's having large voltage gain, and at the same time defaultly if voltage gain is large, automatically power gain is also large because P equal to V into I. This is the second parameter, and third parameter is expression for collector current. So collector current expression is somewhat very important. This may be asked in 2 marks. So collector current, how to derive the expression for collector current? So this is the collector terminal. This current is obtained this current is obtained by the combination of two terms. This is the first term and this is the second term. How you get the first term? With respect to current gain alpha. In common base, alpha is equal to IC. Alpha is equal to IC divided by IE, output current divided by input current. In this expression, in this equation, what is IC? IC is equal to alpha into IE, that is the first term. Collector current is equal to alpha into IE, and plus what is the next term? This is I leakage. I leakage is nothing but, as I already told you, transistor is nothing but internally it resembles the structure of two diodes, in which one diode is forward biased and another diode is reverse biased. So forward biased diode for common base it is on the input, and reverse biased diode is on the output between collector and the base terminal. So in this case, so collector terminal, normally the reverse biased diode is having a small amount of current that is always flowing through it, which is mainly due to the minority charge carriers. That current is called as an reverse saturation current. So this we have discussed in diodes itself. So that current is nothing but represented as I leakage here. So how to get that I leakage current means, this is the leakage current flowing through the transistor only across the area which is reverse bias. So here the reverse bias terminals is collector and base terminals. So this is possible when the input is opened. That means even though if the input signal is not given, a small amount of current flows through the collector and the base terminal because it is reverse bias. So that current is represented as high leakage here. This can be represented like ICBO. ICBO is nothing but current in collector and base junction with emitter junction open. Here O stands for open, whereas that defaultly indicates emitter terminal, which is nothing but input terminal. So leakage current is the current flowing between the collector and the base terminal, which is reverse bias, which is the output terminal when the input is open. Input is emitter. So emitter terminal is open. So this is the modified expression. And in this case, you know, I equal to IC plus IB, substitute it and rearrange the terms, and you bring IC one side and you forget the final expression as IC is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO. ICBO. This is the expression for collector current. In sometimes you may be asked to write the expression for collector current in 2 marks. You have to write this equation and you have to abbreviate the terms what it is present in the equation. And the next configuration is common emitter configuration. So in the same way we have to derive the parameters for common emitter configuration. So common emitter in the sense emitter terminal is this one. It is kept as common between the input and output. Right. So here the input is given between the emitter and the base terminal, and the output is taken between the collector and the emitter terminal. Here input terminal is base, output terminal is collector. So input current is base current, output current is collector current. Input voltage is base emitter voltage, output voltage is collector emitter voltage. So keep it in mind. Here also see emitter and the collector terminals are always opposite to each other. This is an NPN transistor. Arrowhead is coming out NPN transistor. So first similarly current gain. Here the current gain in common emitter configuration is represented by beta. Right, common base configuration it is represented by alpha, whereas here in common emitter it is represented as beta, or otherwise beta DC because DC current gain. So this is similarly beta is equal to output current by input current. Output current is collector current, input current is base current. See here in this equation output is more compared to that of input. You know, base current is very less, only 2% of that of the emitter current, whereas remaining 98% of emitter current is only collector current. So collector current is more compared to base, numerator is more. So by default beta will be very high. It is normally greater than 1. So beta far greater than 1. So what is the value of beta? It may ranges from 20 to 500. See here the current gain is very high. That means even if we give 1 amperes at the input, we will get 20 amperes at the output if the current gain of transistor beta is 20. If we are using a transistor with a current gain of 20, the output of the transistor is 20 times that of the input current. So see how much the amplification is provided by common emitter configuration. This is very important. See, because of this high current gain, so almost all almost all applications we are using common emitter configurations only. And similarly AC current gain, it is represented by beta naught or otherwise beta AC. It is defined as similarly change in collector current del IC by change in base current del IB at a constant output voltage. What is the output voltage here? Collector emitter voltage. So at a constant collector emitter voltage. So beta naught equal to del IC by del IB. So similarly here also for all practical applications we are taking beta is equivalent to beta naught. So keep it in mind. The next one is the relation between the current gain alpha and beta. You know, alpha is the current gain in common base transistor and beta is the current gain in common emitter transistor. Let's see what is the relation between these two current gains. So you know beta is equal to del IC by del IB and alpha is equal to del IC by del IE. We also know that emitter current at any instant of time in a transistor equal to sum of base current plus collector current. From this expression we can write base current is equal to emitter current minus collector current. And we have to derive the relation between alpha and beta. So you can take either beta or alpha and you have to proceed. So here I am taking beta. So beta, we know that del IC by del IB. Del IC by del IB, what can I substitute it here? So del IE minus del IC. So denominator del IE minus del IC. And this equation I am dividing the numerator and denominator by del IE, or otherwise I can say I am taking del IE outside. So this equation becomes del IE, when I take it outside, this becomes 1 minus del IC by del IE, and this del IE will goes to numerator, so del IC by del IE. So you know del IC by del IE is nothing but alpha. So I can write alpha divided by, this becomes 1 minus alpha. So I can say beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha. So this is the relation between the current gains in common base and common emitter configuration. See, this current gain is important. It may be asked to derive it 2 marks. So derive the current gains between alpha and beta, or alpha and beta and alpha, like that, whatever it may be asked. So the third one is expression for collector current. So as I already informed you, collector is having 2 components of current. So one is with respect to current gain parameters beta, and another one is leakage current. So you know that what is the current gain beta? See, beta is equal to IC by IB. From this, IC can be written as beta into IB. So that is the first term here. So beta into IB is the first term. And second one is as usual leakage current. This is due to minority charge carriers because of reverse bias junction in the transistor. So I can write I leakage is equal to, this is because I leakage in the sense a collector current. This is what configuration we are discussing. This is common emitter. So common emitter means this is emitter terminal and this is collector terminal and this is base terminal. So this is base, this is collector, and this is emitter. So leakage current, where it flows? Leakage current emitter collector base junction is always reverse bias. In the reverse bias junction only leakage current will flows. So leakage current is nothing but the current flowing through the collector and the base junction with input open. What is the input here? Base is the input. So base is open. So I can write the leakage current as ICEO. Is it right? ICEO, because IC is the output terminal which is reverse bias and O is the terminal on the input side is opened. So I can rewrite this expression as IC equal to beta into IB, plus instead of I leakage I can rewrite as ICEO. So this is one expression. So with respect to common emitter, as I already derived some expression for collector current in common base configuration. So this is that expression, common base configuration. So this is common emitter collector current and this is common base, this is common emitter and this is common base collector current. Now you compare these two equations. Simply we can write beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha and ICEO equal to 1 divided by 1 minus alpha into ICBO. So this is the relation between the leakage currents in common base and common emitter configuration. Right, this relation is important. So in other words we can derive this emitter current. Emitter current can also be derived. This is collector current expression. Again you know this is the expression for collector current in common emitter. So use the same expression here. So in this expression you know the formula IE equal to IB plus IC. In this IC substitute this expression here. Right, substitute this expression here and ICEO as we derived 1 by 1 minus alpha into ICBO, substitute it here and again you simplify, you will get this expression for emitter current. This is the expression for emitter current. So here one thing you have to note it is 1 divided by 1 minus alpha, this term 1 by 1 minus alpha can be written as 1 plus beta, because you know the expression beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha. From this expression if you find the value of beta plus 1 you will get 1 by 1 minus alpha. You can find this value. So you cross multiply it, and from that expression you find 1 plus beta. This is nothing but 1 by 1 minus alpha you will get. So as a nutshell, in this collector current expression, what are all the things we have derived? You just return the expression for collector current in common emitter configuration, compare that expression with the collector current in common base configuration, and you have identified the value of leakage current ICEO. This is leakage current in common emitter, this is leakage current, this is leakage current in common base. In addition, we have also derived the expression for emitter current IE. So emitter current IE is this one in common emitter configuration. See, the next one is common collector configuration. So common collector is collector terminal is kept as common between the base and the emitter. Here also emitter and the collector is always opposite to each other. Here input current is base current, output current is emitter current. Input voltage is, this terminal is collector. So input voltage is collector base voltage, output voltage is emitter collector or collector emitter voltage. So here the current gain is represented by gamma or otherwise gamma DC. This is because this is DC current gain. So current gain expression, you know, the ratio of output current by input current. So output current is IE, input current is IB. So gamma can be written like this. Or AC current gain, it is represented as gamma naught or otherwise gamma AC. This is the current gain in the common collector configuration when it is subjected to AC input. So defined as the ratio of the same expression, small change in the emitter current to the small change in the base current at a constant output voltage. What is the output voltage here? Output voltage here is collector emitter voltage. So at a constant collector to emitter voltage. So this is IE not IC. So this is IE. So del IE by del IB. So here also for all practical applications, gamma is equivalent to gamma naught. So here voltage gain is somewhat less than 1. Here emitter current, whatever you are getting emitter current here, that is approximately equivalent to collector current. This is current gain, and similar to that of relation we have derived for alpha and beta, we can also derive for alpha and gamma. Alpha is current gain in common base configuration. Gamma is current gain is common collector configuration. Same thing you have used here also. Again I am starting from gamma, del IB by del IB. Instead of del IB I am substituting this expression. See, I am dividing the numerator and denominator by del IE. So this expression becomes 1 by 1 minus alpha. So I can say gamma is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus alpha. This is the relation between alpha and gamma. So this relation is also, this relation and its derivation is important for 2 marks. See, and the next one is as usual the expression for collector current. So collector current in common collector configuration. So this can be written as IC equal to alpha into IE plus ICBO. Right, ICBO. So this is nothing but I am starting from common base configuration. This is nothing but a collector current expression in common base configuration. So in this common base configuration, so just I am substituting emitter current equal to base current plus collector current, you know already. In this expression for collector current, you substitute this expression here and you rearrange the terms and you bring the value for emitter current. This is the value for emitter current. And what we are deriving here means we are deriving emitter current and we are confirming, since the emitter current is approximately equivalent to, collector current is approximately equivalent to emitter current. So whatever the expression for emitter current we have derived, that holds for collector current also. Why we are doing like this here means because this is common collector. Collector terminal is grounded. Once if the terminal is grounded, it is somewhat difficult to find the current flowing through the grounded terminals. And here moreover the emitter terminal is the output, emitter current is the output current. So it is easy to find the output current. So we are finding the output current here and we are approximating that collector current what we want to find. This is approximately equivalent to emitter current by this expression, because 1 by 1 minus alpha is 1 plus beta we have already discussed. So this becomes 1 plus beta, and here also 1 by 1 minus alpha is 1 plus beta into ICBO. So this is the expression in case of common collector configuration collector current. See, so far we have discussed about the different BJT parameters, that means current gain, voltage gain, right? Collector current expression, relationship between the current gains in 3 different types of configurations, all the things we have discussed. So now let's comes to a comparison between the 3 transistor parameters. So first one is common base, common emitter, common collector. See here, input resistance in common base, it is very low. So whatever may be the type of transistor configuration, you keep it in mind. Emitter base junction is always forward bias. Collector base junction is always reverse bias. Forward bias resistance will be very low. Reverse bias resistance will be high. So here you are considering common base input resistance, because common base input is emitter base junction. So the resistance is low. Forward bias, that is forward bias, so resistance is low. So similarly output resistance here is collector base, that junction is reverse bias, so resistance is very high. And voltage gain, it's approximately this much. Current gain, since alpha is always less than 1, current gain is also here less, current gain less than 1. And applications, it is meant for high frequency applications. This is because, why for high frequency application means, see here, so here this resistance will be, output resistance will be very high, whereas when you compare to that of common emitter, it is somewhat less compared to that of common base. So this is meant for high frequency application, whereas this common emitter input is resistance low, output resistance is somewhat high, but not that much high compared to that of common base. Voltage gain is about somewhat increased. Current gain, when you look into it, current gain is beta. Beta varies between 20 to 500. So we can say high beta. And this is meant for audio frequency applications, low frequency application, 20 to 20 kilohertz amplifications. We are using common emitter amplifier, because here the output resistance is somewhat less, whereas here when you consider output resistance is 450 kilo ohms. So this is meant for high frequency application. And next one, common collector. Common collector is input resistance is very high, because common collector input terminal is collector base. Collector base is always reverse bias. So reverse bias side only we are giving the input. So the resistance will be very high. So very high, and the output resistance is a collector base. So it is very low. So here also voltage gain less than 1. Some appreciable current gain will be there, but this is not that much high compared to that of common emitter. And this is meant for exclusive application of common collector is impedance matching. For almost all applications, for impedance matching, overcoming impedance matching problem, we are using only common collector. So what is meant by impedance matching? So impedance matching means we may use some source and we may use some load. Source may be at high impedance, load may be at low impedance. We cannot connect the source and the load directly. If we do it like this, lot of voltage drops will be there in between. So in between we have to use some appropriate device that matches the impedance between the source and the load. So in that juncture we can use a common collector transistor whose input resistance is very high, that matches the source, and whose output resistance will be very low, that matches the load. So without any much voltage drop between the source and the load, we can able to transfer the power, and power, that is voltage or current, and we can do amplification also without much voltage drop. So this is called as an impedance matching. So for almost all practical application, impedance matching will be a very major issue, and this can be completely overcome with the invention of common collector transistor. So this is the comparison between all the 3 transistor configuration. So out of these 3, common emitter is widely used because of high current gain, high voltage gain, high power gain, and better amplification. This is an frequently asked 2 marks. I hope you understand all the things with relevant to transistor, that is BJT parameters. See you back in the next video in different types of configuration operations. Thank you.